Welcome back. I'm Pratap Singh. You're joining us on Newsx. Our big focus this hour, Bihar will witness the second and final phase of the 2025 Legislative Assembly elections on the 11th of November, with voters set to choose representatives for the remaining assembly seats. This critical round comes after a high decibel campaign and concludes the process to elect Bihar's next government. Polling for the second phase will take place across 122 assembly constituencies in 20 districts of Bihar. Voters present in line by 5 p.m. will be allowed to cast their ballots, ensuring everyone has the opportunity to participate. There are 1,302 candidates contesting in this phase, including 136 women. The electorate for phase 2 stands at approximately 3.7 crores, with roughly 1.95 crore men and 1.74 crore women eligible to vote. To accommodate this large number of voters, over 45,399 polling booths have been set up, designed to streamline the process and maintain order. Before we move on, let's quickly take a deep dive into the second phase of the Bihar elections and give you an understanding about what all to expect. So, Bihar, of course, is voting in two phases this Assembly election 2025. The first phase has already concluded earlier this month, and of course, the second phase now is all set to poll tomorrow, that is the 11th of November. These are the main constituencies, the main districts which will be voting in this second phase of the Bihar Assembly elections. You can see them marked in pink. The ones which voted in the first phase are marked in yellow. Let me quickly take you through the names of these constituencies before I get into some statistics for you. So, Paschim Champaran, Purba Champaran, Shiohar, Sitamarhi, Madhubani, Supaul, Kishanganj, Araria, Purnia, Katihar, Bhagalpur, Banka, Jamui, Nawada, Jahanabad, Gaya, Arwal, Rohtas, Aurangabad and Kaimur are the districts, the constituencies which will be voting in this second phase, which is happening on the 11th of November. Total seats in Bihar 243. Total number of voters 3.7 crores, 1.95 crores, 1.74 crores. Half of that number is voting tomorrow. The counting date, of course, let's correct that, is 14th of November for both the phases. Quickly moving on to the next slide if we can, which will of course give you some more details about this second phase of elections. So, we've already taken you through the constituencies. Let's take you through an age demographic breakup. So, as you can see there, the highest percentage of voters falls in the 30 to 39 bracket, that's 25.43%. That's followed by 20.79% in the 40 to 49 age group, 20 to 29 in the 20.40% age group, that's the Gen Z that's been talked about this election. Also 14.03% are those in 50 to 59. Only 1.18% in 18 to 19 age group, 4.60% in 60 to 69, 4.60% in 70 to 79, and about 1.84% that are above the age of 80. Now, if we tell you about phase 1, well, phase 1 of the Bihar Assembly elections, of course, did see a very high voter turnout. Where was the highest voter turnout recorded? Well, let's tell you. It was recorded in Bochahan constituency, which saw a 76.35% of a voter turnout. Remember, overall, of course, was over 66%, highest in over 70 years. But the highest was in the Bochahan constituency, followed by Kurhari seat, which saw 75.63% polling, and followed by Sakra, which saw 75.35% polling. The lowest voter turnout was seen in the seats of Bihar Sharif, which had 55% voter turnout only, Digha, which had 42.76% voter turnout only, and Bankipur, which had 41.32% voting. These were some of the low polling seats, which were a bit of an aberration compared to most of the other constituencies, which saw, of course, a very high voter turnout. So, let's compare how the Bihar voter turnout has been over the last few assembly elections. So, we'll start out in 2010. In 2010, the polling turnout was 52.7%. That did go up to 54.9% in 2015. It went down in 2020 to 51.8%. And look at how it's gone up in the first phase of the assembly polls. Of course, we're going to have to wait to see what tomorrow's figures and then average it out. But look at what the phase 1 assembly poll turnout was, 64.66%. If you look at that, that's about 13% higher than the overall figure that stood at 51.8% in 2020. Remember though, the phase 2 is still left tomorrow. We'll have to average out those figures and then of course give you the total voter turnout for the entire assembly poll. Who are the big faces and the VIP constituencies who are going to see their fate sealed in EVM boxes tomorrow? Well, first it's the Kahalgaon seat in Bihar, where Pawan Kumar Yadav is taking on Shubhamant Mukesh. Shubhamant Mukesh, of course, of the JDU, and of course he's taking on Mr. Yadav there, who is I think an independent who won the last time around. In fact, interestingly, he also beat Shubhamant Mukesh. He beat him by 42,893 votes in the 2020 election. Kahalgaon has swung between, of course, okay, it was 2020. So quickly correct that's a BJP candidate who's won there, not an independent BJP candidate. It was won earlier by the Congress. In fact, Congress won it in 2015 and in 2010, also in 2000. And JDU had won the seat in 2005. It's got a Hindu majority seat. It's got Hindus comprising 81.9% in that region, 17.7% is the Muslims population, and Christians stand at 0.12%. If we talk about the caste-wise breakup, well, SCs comprise 10.49% and STs are at 2.21%. Now telling you about the Bhagalpur seat. The Bhagalpur seat is seeing a contest between the Congress's Ajit Sharma and Rohit Pandey of the BJP. Ajit Sharma is the father of Bollywood actress Neha Sharma. Ajit Sharma, of course, had won this seat earlier. He had won it by a slim margin. 1,113 votes was his margin. He had defeated Rohit Pandey of the BJP last time around, and this seat has been with the Congress for 2 consecutive elections now. In 2020, the Congress won, 2015 too. The BJP had won this seat the 3 elections before that. So 2000, 2005 and 2010, it saw a BJP winner. And okay, let's just slow things down so I can quickly go through the caste and religion breakup as well, but that's also a Hindu-dominated seat. Now telling you about the Bihar constituency, Navneet Kumar of the RJD is taking on Shweta Gupta here of the JDU in this particular seat of Bihar. Who had won the seat last time around? Well, it was won by the RJD. Chetan Anand had won this seat. That ticket has been changed though, and there's someone else in the fray from the RJD. Mohammad Sharfuddin of the JDU had lost by 36,686 votes. Bihar has seen RJD win then, but before that, of course, as you can see, 2 elections JDU had won. Before that, RJD, it's got a Muslim population about 15.14%, Hindu at 84. It's a SC dominated seat. 14.7% are the scheduled castes in that constituency. Vijay Kumar Khemka is the candidate in Purnia from the BJP, is taking on Jitendra Kumar of the Congress party. So Purnia is seeing a fight between Khemka and Kumar there. Of course, Purnia is a seat where Papu Yadav holds an influence. He's obviously been supporting the Congress candidate there. Last time around, Vijay Kumar Khemka had won this seat by 32,154 votes. He had defeated Indu Sinha of the Congress party. And as you can see, it's been a dominant BJP seats. BJP has won this seat for the last 25 years. It's a seat where, interestingly, Hindus are at 60.94%, Muslims are at 38.46%, and Christians are at 0.24%. It also has an ST presence of 4.3% and SCs at 12%. Let's tell you now about the Motihar constituency. Here, Deva Gupta of the RJD is taking on Pramod Kumar of the BJP. This is the contest in Motihari. Motihari last time had seen a BJP win. Pramod Kumar had won by 14,645 votes against Om Prakash Chaudhary of the RJD. And this seat has been with the BJP, as you can see now, for the last 20 years. Before that, it was the RJD that won, all the way back in 2000. Muslims 21.90%, Hindus 77.46%, Christians 0.15%, STs here number more than SCs. ST community is 5.8% in this seat, and 0.30% are the scheduled castes in Motihari. Aurangabad is seeing Anand Shankar Singh of the Congress party take on Trivikram Narayan Singh of the BJP. So this is the contest in Aurangabad constituency. Last time around, the Congress had won. Anand Shankar Singh, in fact, had defeated just by a slim margin of 2,243 votes Ramadhar Singh of the BJP. And the Congress has won this election 2 consecutive times, this seat. BJP had won it before that, and the RJD had won way back in 2000. Hindus number 75.33% in this constituency, Muslims at 24.16%, SCs at 10.4%. Karakat, the Karakat seat, which is also seeing Jyoti Singh contest as an independent, this time as Mahabali Singh from the JDU in the fray and Yogendra Singh of Jan Suraj in the contest as well. We talk about the Karakat seat, where last time Arun Singh had won this seat from the CPIML. Arun Singh had won from the CPIML, defeating Rajeshwar Raj of the BJP by 18,189 votes, beg your pardon. And CPIML, of course, winning in 2020, as we told you. Before that, it was the RJD, which won in 2015, the JDU in 2010, the CPIML in 2000, 2005. So it's been largely a dominant left seat, Karakat. 90.68% are the Hindus here, 8.92% the Muslims, 18.1%. So sizable presence of SCs in this constituency. Jahanabad is seeing Abhiram Singh of the Jan Suraj take on Rahul Kumar of the RJD. That's a contest in Jahanabad this time. And if we take you through the winning margin last time, well, it was 33,902 in favor of the RJD's Kumar Krishan Mohan. And Krishan Nandan Prasad Verma of the JDU had been defeated last time around. So this seat has seen the RJD win twice. The JDU had won in 2010, and otherwise it's been a largely RJD dominated constituency. 19.8% SC presence in this area, 92.87% Hindu community. Dhirendra Pratap Singh of the JDU is taking on Surendra Prasad of the Congress in the Valmiki Nagar seat. We tell you about the Valmiki Nagar seat. Well, Mr. Pratap Singh had won last time also from the JDU, Dhirendra Pratap defeating Rajesh Singh of the Congress by 21,585 votes. That was the winning margin last time around, and the JDU had won this seat in 2020. Of course, as we told you earlier, Independent had clinched the seat in 2015. Before that, JDU, RJD, BSP. So it's been a seat with swings party to party. And it has a presence of STs of 18.93%, 14.7% SCs, 9.7% Muslims, and 90.3% Hindus. Sitamarhi. Sitamarhi seat is seeing Sunil Kumar Pintu of the BJP take on Sunil Kumar of the RJD. So that's the contest in Sitamarhi. And let's tell you about who won it last time. Well, Mithilesh Kumar of the BJP had defeated Sunil Kumar of the RJD by 11,475 votes in 2020. The seat had been won by the BJP. RJD has also won this seat twice, in 2015 and 2000, but 2005, 2010 and 2020 it's been the BJP candidate that has triumphed. 83.45% Hindus in this seat, 16.23% Muslims, 0.16% Christians, and SCs at 7.3%. So those, of course, are some of the details about phase 2 of the Bihar Assembly poll. Sumit Peer, political commentator, is joining us live. Sumit, what are you keeping an eye on? Which are the areas, the districts that you are most intrigued about in phase 2 of the Bihar Assembly polls? And also, Sumit, are you keeping a close eye on the voter turnout, given what we saw in phase 1 last week?
I think, Uday, thank you very much for having me on your show, and I would appreciate the amount of detailing you have done and explained pretty much everything. And, honestly, there's not much for us to talk after your great monologue. But I must tell you, sir, the seat which districts are to be watched is Mithilanchal and Simanchal. Look, Mithilanchal is where BJP is strong, where NDA is strong. Traditionally, it is their bastion. And if they hold on to that, and if they're able to pull a little bit on the Simanchal side, last time they did pull around 8 seats. Now we will see how this will pan out. The game is going to be if BJP can cover, seats like Magad and couple of other districts, Magad and others, you should be able to pull a sizable number. My estimate is, looking at the turnout and looking at what we have understood based on what we had spoken to the people on the ground, I think BJP alone should be looking at 50 plus seats in this round. And NDA should be looking at around 75, 80 seats jointly in this round. So this round is going to be very, very important. The problem the Mahagathbandhan has, even with Owaisi, they could not come up with any arrangement. Last time though, Owaisi won 5 seats, but they all jumped the ship to RJD. That's a different issue. But now Owaisi will be aware of that. And this Semanchal, where there's a maximum Muslim vote, where is concentrated is, that is where it goes to be. When you look at the other parts of the, if you look at the other parts of our phase two, Ati Pichida work. That is where what is the bastion of Nitish Kumar ji. He should be able to pull on there. BJP has a sizable vote bank which is goes on there. Only some places, like if you look at Magad and all, where this Yadav Muslim combo and all these can really spin the things in the favor of Tejasvi Yadav and the Mahagathbandhan. Congress has tried to get into this Ati Pichida work. They have tried their tactics, but I don't think they have really worked on the ground. So if you tell me Congress is not much of a player in this, it is between the BJP, JDO, and the RJD. And of course, Owaisi is joining in and Owaisi contesting, if I'm not wrong, around 35 seats, will be seen as an advantage or disadvantage to somebody. And to most of my knowledge, it is an advantage to BJP and a disadvantage to Congress and RJD. Now, let's see how it works out, because that is where the key is going to be. If BJP can pull Uday 55, that is what my estimate is. And I stretch my neck again, still saying the overall, NDA will be 140 to 150 seats. What I told on the exportometer, I stick by that. And so this is where you have to get your maximum chunk from. Tomorrow will determine, will that number of 150 can be even breached or not. If you have high turnover, it is possible it will be breached. And Owaisi will be an interesting character to watch, because he is contesting a lot of seats. And obviously the Muslim vote is going to get divided, whichever way we look at it. And dividing of the Muslim vote and no direct alignment between these Mahagathbandhan and Owaisi is definitely advantage to BJP and to JDU combined. And other allies of the NDA, they have their own bastions. They'll pull a couple of seats, whichever are their strongholds. Yes, Tejasvi Yadav has some 3-4 districts where he is strong, like Magad, and there's some around surrounding districts. But overall, it is not his phase. It is not the phase where you can expect to do the magic. If he has not done magic by this time, which his party will know, which is internal mathematics will tell him, tomorrow is not the day for him to do the magic. That is my take on it today.
Okay, let me in fact also join Manasvi Thapar then at this point as well. Manasvi Thapar, the second phase of the Bihar Assembly polls tomorrow. A lot at stake, of course, for the NDA, a lot at stake for the Mahagathbandhan. Which are the seats you're closely watching out for? Which are the the areas you believe are most at stake for both sides? What are the factors that are coming into play in this second phase? And also, Manasvi, are you keeping a close eye on the voter turnout as well? We saw a huge rise in the first phase. Is that a trend which will happen tomorrow as well? Manasvi, can you hear me? Okay, I think we've lost him there. Now, Sumit, as far as the campaign now is concerned, which issue do you believe has dominated the narrative this time around? Every election, has, of course, certain issues which turn the election around for their respective sides. Which do you believe could possibly be those issues this time around?
There were two issues which have been, one is development and one is second is employment. These are the two issues which have dominated the election. Everybody is promising sarkari naukri, things like that and all. But SIR has worked. Anti-SIR temperament or the anti-SIR campaign which Congress tried to build did not work. Rahul Gandhi, as usual, could not do any magic. So whatever is, it's practically an election which is fought on Tejasvi's back. I mean, let's admit it. He's the guy who's literally running on the ground. I don't think Congress has been, as usual, any great advantage to him. In fact, when we look at the numbers and when we see the numbers in the long run, Congress might have kind of, backfired. And that comment which people did not like, कि Modi ji to kahin bhi naach lenge. And, it was a Chhat Puja time. People don't appreciate such kind of comments. And you suddenly saw Rahul Gandhi disappearing from all the posters. So now we'll see how it turns. I think it's employment.
Also, yes. Point taken. Also, a lot in Bihar depends on how a Gathbandhan is managed, on how a coalition is managed, because of the nature of allies, because of course, the seat distribution. That also determines the winnability. Who has managed the coalition better, in your opinion? The NDA or the Mahagathbandhan, Sumit?
Sir, well, there should be no marks for guessing this. That is, NDA has managed it pretty well.
Why?
And Mahagathbandhan is true. It was a preponderance. The seat distribution was there. There were no arguments, no fighting. There are no seats which you are commonly fighting. And if I can be direct and honest, Owaisi contesting 35 seats is not a good news for Mahagathbandhan. That is a no-brainer to think. So with a pre-poll alliance, yes, with all the things or cogs of the wheel in place, usually the seats have a very thin margin, Uday. 3,000 to 5,000 is the margin for a win and a loss. So if your booth management is right, your seat management is right, and BJP has campaigned like hell. I mean, all the big leaders of BJP have campaigned. But on the other side, where is the X factor coming from? Minus Tejasvi Yadav. There's not a big chehra, bada chehra. There's not a big chehra which is really going to do it. And Prashant Kishore, I think by this time has already fizzled out. I think was more of interested in net practice in this election. Maybe he's going to do for the next election where he's preparing for. So looking at all the things, the Mahagathbandhan was never a united front, never posed as a united front. And with all these problems happening and all, and there were some rumors, they have all problems cropping up again, which Mr. Sahani said, nahi, they are all implanted news and all. We're not even getting into that. But on the other side, you see the things are pretty much working, and no infighting, no bayanbazi, nothing like that. All working like the parts in a moving engine. That is where the difference is going to come. People can see organization, and people can see already before the elections they are disorganized. And even if they win, now to cobble an alliance, then to have these arrangements, and somebody will want this ministry, that ministry, they say, oh, I can't do law and order because it's with him.
Okay, I believe Manasvi Thapar is back with us. Let's allow him to quickly come in. Manasvi, did you hear my question to you earlier?
Yeah, I did.
Please go ahead.
So accordingly, I feel the most important regions in this phase 2 is going to be Champaran belt, east and west included, wherein there would be around 20 seats, and NDA had in these seats a clean sweep in 2020. And with the Yadav and Muslim formula which RJD is using, there can be a push of around 4 to 5 seats which can go in the favor of RJD. Having said that, I think Muzaffarpur, Samastipur corridor, the entire region somewhere has an advantage NDA with around 15 to 17 seats. That this is something which will.
Okay, unfortunately, we've lost Manasvi again there. Sumit, appreciate you joining us with your perspective on this big story. And we do hope that you'll be joining us for our phase 2 coverage tomorrow as well. Let's slip into a very short break. We're back on the other side with lots more.